who was coordinating what. Special thanks out to everybody that operated. We had a lot of people that were walking around and helping and things like that, but that's part of it. The other part of it is sit there and operate the radio. Had great food. Sorry you missed it. We had good barbecue, and we had Jimmy John's for sandwiches, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff.
And Rudy's barbecue.
And Rudy's barbecue.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
We ate good.
One thing about hams is we love eating. Okay, reorganization of officer succession. When you're late at night and you're trying to keep yourself awake, you brainstorm ideas. Our club has operated pretty much the same way for longer than I've been a member. President, vice president, secretary, treasurer, etc. And we've had issues getting people to volunteer to be the officers. And I think part of it is because they don't know and they're afraid to just jump in. So without changing our constitution, which has to be approved by the IRS since we're a 501c4 organization, we've come up with some other ideas. And these aren't on the screen. I'm just gonna read them off my notes. And I'll send these out to the club. This is suggestions. We'd like your input on this since it's your club. So when you get the email, if you have any thoughts, positive or negative, please reply. Suggested change is to make the vice president the president-elect. So what happens is when you commit to being an officer as the vice president, you're vice president for 1 year, and then you become the president the next year. Your job as president is to train the vice president to take your place. We stole that directly from SCARS. The club does it. The nominating committee will propose the vice president, and we'll just go from there like we normally do. And the expectation is that after you've been vice for a year, you'll become president the next year. We talked about encouraging new members to get involved in running the club, not just attending. We need ideas on how to do that. We normally have between 2 and 6 test candidates every month. A bunch, you drove from Lawton this time, didn't you, Michael? Yes. So many of them are from outside, so they're driving a long distance to come to us to get their exams, which shows commitment. So maybe they can help in their tests, in their clubs, in their areas. But for the locals, we'd like to see more people help out. It's not a hard job. You know, a couple hours, 3 hours, 4 hours a month, maybe.
And the pay is great.
I'm sorry?
And the pay is great.
Oh yeah, I get paid in harassment.
Is that cryptocurrency?
Okay, so right now, we are only meeting on Saturdays. We used to meet Tuesday nights, and Tuesday nights was, as we get older, a bunch of us can't see real well in the dark. So we took the suggestion and moved it to Saturdays. Well, the people that were talking about not being able to attend at night aren't showing up on Saturdays. So we'd like to reopen the discussion for having a 1 month, we'll meet during a night, day to be decided. Next month will be a normal Saturday meeting so we can VE test, have testing exams. And then we'll alternate. So odd months will be one, even months will be the other. So it'll cut our VE testing, our testing in half. But we'll still be available, and we can even test on the night sessions if we have enough VEs at the night meeting. Yes, sir.
Possible suggestion. Do the night meetings when we're on daylight stupid time and we're on standard time, have the Saturday meetings.
It's a good idea. Could you please put it in an email to me so I won't forget it?
Well,
Okay.
I think I'll remember.
We're not gonna have daylight savings time anymore.
Exactly.
It's going away.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay, so if you have an idea, rather than brainstorm right now, because I like to keep the meeting short, when you get the email, please respond with your suggestions. I think I would like to have it in writing, that way I can digest it and share it with the club. makes it much easier for me, I'll get it right that way. Okay, next idea we talked about is having understudies for the treasurer and the secretary positions. Right now, those are term-limited positions, just like our president and vice presidents are. But if you wanted to be if a person wanted to be an understudy, they could work with Arnie on the treasury side and Bill on the secretary side and learn what they do, and then step into that position. We talked about creating another position, which is a media communications specialist. That will be a volunteer position. The media communications and the public relations person, Tom does a yeoman's job at that. He does the monthly distributions of all the notes and the minutes and stuff. He's our point of contact. When I want something to go to the club, I say, Tom, please give this to the club, and he takes care of it. So I've already told him thank you, so I won't thank him again. But that doesn't need to be an elected position. It should be a volunteer position for somebody that wants to help the club communicate. So I'm executive ordering creating that position. When Tom quits being vice president, unless we have another volunteer to replace Tom, Tom will step into it. If somebody else wants it, please talk to me or Tom, but it's a true volunteer position, not an elected position.
Recheck,
Sorry,
recheck.
yes, sir.
Arnie goes through the trouble and prepares in the spreadsheet that has all the members in there, a column that ends in a comma. And for most of the email systems, you can group that, you can copy that column and paste it into either your BC or your CC or your regular recipient list, and it will generate the whole list of everybody's email with a click, rather than having to go through and build gigantic lists. And Arnie provides that updated list every month. It's great.
Thank you,
help.
Arnie.
Thanks.
I didn't know that was possible. So. Yeah, Arnie.
Terry, let me add, not everybody needs the comma delimited stuff on the spreadsheet. The other column without the commas works just fine in Outlook, for example. You just copy it and put it in the line, and Outlook automatically adds semicolons.
So,
Because I'm a little lazy and I use the column without the commas.
so as you can see, just from this, we've got several people to help you if you want to be an officer or fill one of these other positions. Yes, sir.
Since the treasurer's spot is up, anybody wants information, Terry gave me a list of duties when I started, and I have prepared an updated list of duties. And anybody who wants to know, I will share those things with you as to how it's being done now. But each treasurer's, you're on your own on what you decide to do.
Well, except we don't let you take the money, so.
Right.
So,